take a picture?
Tinkerbell didn't have her pixie dust, but the kids still felt the magic. Smiles lit up Castle Manor for this year's annual Family Place Princess Party. Organizers say this event is important because
we want all of the kids to be able to come, enjoy, to play, to meet all of the characters, and it's also part of our fundraising to be able to provide the services that we have at the Family Place.
Hello, would you like to make a treasure box?
the joy of making treasure boxes showed on their faces when they weren't getting painted, and the smiles on parents' faces.
Seeing how happy my girls are whenever they see all the princesses and all the activities.
This year, the Princess Party is inside Castle Manor. But last year, it was outside due to COVID-19 restrictions. And volunteers say they're happy it's inside this year, not only because it's warmer, but because they get to interact with the kids more.
We're so excited this year to finally be back in person and to be able to greet the children and to share this experience with them.
The kids actually think you're Cinderella, or they actually think you're whatever princess, and so it's really fun just to see their reactions.
Cinderella and the Prince led the royal dance to end the event. Organizers collected more than just money at this fundraiser.
My favorite part about the Princess Party is to be able to see the children's smiles, to see their eyes light up when they see you.
Leah Criscione, ATV News.
Okay, I think this is one of those no-duh questions. Would it ease your anxiety if you got to play with puppies?
No duh.
No duh, yeah, it would. Utah State University brought in dogs from the Humane Society for their students today as part of their event for World Mental Health Day. Utah State hoped to offer a variety of events, to help students cope, including yoga, a 5K race, a speaking event, and some sweet dogs.
They can kind of understand you in a way that people don't, and you don't have to talk to them. They're just easy to get along with, and they love you unconditionally. So it's great for your mental health.
According to studies, 1 in 5 adults experiences some form of mental illness.
Electronic bell chimes ring out from Old Main. These sounds from the West Tower have told people the time every 15 minutes for more than 100 years.
In 1904, when that started, that most people lived, pretty close to the university, or even, on dorms that were really close, within hearing of that bell. And so it would chime when classes started.
The Cache Valley icon didn't always look this way, and in fact wasn't planned to look like this. This architectural drawing from 1889 only has 3 towers and misses the prominent A displayed on the West Tower. 3 different architects drafted the building in phases.
Old Main was built in actually 3 different stages, right? Started in 1889 and then to 1902, ending with the tower.
Old Main used to have a 2-story auditorium the university used as a lecture hall and chapel.
When I first came here, the big classes on campus were all taught in Old Main Auditorium.
It's been used for a lot of different things.
On December 19th, 1983, Peterson was in his office.
I was just on the 3rd floor grading, and the fire alarm went off.
A fire broke out on the then vacant 4th floor.
All I was thinking about is these kids, I had about 100 and some tests. And I said, we got to get these out of here because we got to get their grades.
Peterson safely evacuated the building, but regrets not trying to stop the flames himself.
We had not been trained, but down on the 3rd floor, there was literally a great big old fire hose inside a cabinet that if I'd have had brain A, we could have knocked that down and put the fire out.
Firefighters extinguished the blaze, but water from their hoses caused severe damage throughout the building. Old Main needed a major renovation.
Because, Old Main is on the National Register of Historic Places, they wanted to make it as close as accurate as possible as what it was already.
Part of the renovation included a new East Tower.
That tower, they wanted to match as closely as possible with the other bricks. Colors change, and so they couldn't find kind of that color. And so, but then there was a building in Lehigh which had been demolished, and it was actually from the same time period, like the 1890s that it was built, and it was really similar. So they actually went and got those bricks and then built that East Tower.
Peterson says the construction was a burden on students.
Your generation of students has put up with COVID. That generation of students in the mid-'80s lived in chaos. You know, there's always construction.
The electronically lit A on the West Tower was a gift from the senior class of 1909. As day turns to night in Logan, the A shines. The blue celebrates an athletic victory. The lights on the tower are also a major part of the annual luminary. Incoming freshmen gather on the quad.
2 years ago, I stood here with thousands of my fellow Aggies as part of our Connections course. We held up these paper lanterns as part of the luminary, where we celebrated our first week here at the university and sang songs like the Scotsman. For many modern Aggies, it's the first tradition they experience here at Utah State.
The building on the top of the hill has been a gathering place for Cache Valley as well as USU students.
In the summertime, we have concerts every Sunday and open up Old Main, and I just think we need to have all the classrooms full to get as many students in here as you can.
Old Main has become a symbol of the university. It's featured on folders, graduation sashes, and souvenir frames.
If you could think of one thing about Cache Valley and one thing about Utah State, I think most people would think of Old Main.
Students and faculty say Old Main is part of what gives Utah State meaning.
I've had an office in here 48 years. This is home.